will win today? We're about to find out.
Will be a Colorado Rocky. Fly ball, left field. That is deep.
Aldegari tries to go upstairs one more time, and Castro beats him to the spot. Short
now. Arenado did not have time in the minors. Got to the big leagues last year. A swing and a miss.
That's that hard breaking ball.
Fisher is there. And Thomas JC right behind Antonacci. That's out. And a leadoff walk. Antonacci is. JC gets jammed and fouls it back.
Thinker has a good curveball. Will mix in a cutter, a slow curve, a slider, and a sweeper, and a change.
Was an all-star. That's a strike. Throw down at first. And this is a
Lugo a lot during the regular season. Both teammates of the Kansas City Royals.
That's a big rip and a foul ball. 2-2. Is on that. One out. 2-2. Line drive. Off the glove of Hernandez. Runner coming home. Italy has a run.
Time. 3 home runs against Team USA in that shocker. And they beat it. He's just wishing this could find some outfield grass. Deflects on.
An answer that is, with the crowd into it, and Puerto Rico up 1-0. See, here's Canzone. Up the middle, into center field. That's a base hit. Here comes Marcy on the way in. 2-1. Other lefty bat and a lot of power with Caglione.
You know, it could work in your favor.
2-0 pitch. Line drive, base hit, right field. Again. Pasquantino scores. Italy 3-1 here in the first.
Boy, quick answer up the middle. You wonder and just wonder if being a teammate of Seth Lugo that Vinny was able to pass some knowledge on to these hitters. He has a pretty good view of what Lugo does during the regular season, playing first base for the Royals.
Lefty-lefty matchup. This is Fisher. Does not check his swing, and that's strike one. Giovanni Moran out of the bullpen. 3 levels in the minors with a 3.82 ERA last year.
His job right now to contain this inning. You certainly don't want to fall behind much more than 3-1. We've kind of seen it in a different way. Team Italy has used the long ball to advance through Pool B, but they're just single. Quality at bats. You touched on it, Rich. Antonacci and Marcy. Terrific at bats off a guy like Lugo, who doesn't walk many.
There's a ton of power in the middle of Francisco Cervelli's lineup, and we're watching that run right now with Pasquantino, Canzone, Caglione. And now you've got this kid who led the SEC in home runs last year, Andrew Fisher. He hit 25 of them, and he's shown that power in this tournament.
Yeah, he's a very aggressive hitter, too. You look at him, he's a very physical player. Looking at third base prospects. Number 6 prospect for the Brewers.
Canzone at second, Caglione at first. And the 2-1 to Fisher.
Another really good take. Pretty good pitch by Moran. Little 4-seam fastball with some cutting action.
Martin Maldonado is as good a framer as there is. A Gold Glove major leaguer. Always considered a great defensive catcher. And that pitch misses outside. And Puerto Rico can't throw strikes. Third walk, along with 3 hits. Bags are loaded. And now you get a right-handed bat against the lefty Moran in D'Orazio.
Boy, if you're Team Italy, a base hit right here would really create some space. Team Puerto Rico, even though the game started with that Castro homer, really not a team that's built to score runs in bunches and hit the long ball.
Francisco Cervelli before the game talking about J.J. D'Orazio. He's the guy that has replaced Kyle Teal, the young catcher for the White Sox, who injured his hamstring and is out for the rest of the tournament. D'Orazio has homered, and with each game behind the plate, getting more familiar with each pitcher, he's looked much, much better than that debut off the bench. Bags loaded, 1 out. Middle infield back for 2.
Good changeup there from Moran. At D'Orazio out front. You see D'Orazio out there expecting the fastball. You see the grip, almost that kick changeup.
Both managers have pretty much their full bullpens at their disposal. D'Orazio hits that into left. Ramos is there, makes the catch. Runner tags, 4-1 Italy. Canzone scores.
Another productive at bat from Team Italy. With the runner on third and less than 2 outs, try to get the ball in the air if you can. D'Orazio gets a pitch and he hits it just deep enough to left field. And Team Italy has quieted Dyken Park.
This is the first big Italy inning that did not involve espresso. That only gets doled out with home runs. This is Nori. The 21-year-old takes a swing and a miss. He's really opened some eyes. Toronto native. We saw his dad, an assistant coach in the NBA, his grandfather, a former assistant college baseball coach, in the stands to watch the games here. First round pick of the Phillies, 2024. There's Dad. Also worked for the Toronto Raptors, and that's why Dante was born in Toronto. Caglione at second, Fisher at first. Strike 3 called. Inning is over, but what an inning for Italy. After 1-4.
With the next 2 hitters, Dom Canzone and Jack Caglianone, both of them hit speed pitches for RBI singles. That was a theme in that first inning. Seth Lugo unable to locate the fastball. He walked both Antonacci and Marcy on mislocated fastballs. And then Pasquantino, curveball, Canzone, curveball, Caglianone, changeup. All 3 of those hits on off-speed pitches. Pasquantino, great insights for his teammate.
An enormous inning for Italy. Now Puerto Rico back up there. Emmanuel Rivera, Elliot Ramos, Eddie Rosario. We got 5, 6, 7 in their lineup. Popped up infield. Antonacci calling for it, and he makes the catch.
Big inning here for Sam Aldegari. When your team scores your 4 runs at the bottom of the first, you'd like to keep that momentum. Referred to often as a shutdown inning. Big inning to keep momentum on Team Italy's side.
Francisco Cervelli has been a delight to talk to throughout this tournament. Ramos, a San Francisco Giant, 1 for 13 with 6 strikeouts. It's not been an easy ride for him in the WBC.
You touched on it in the open. Not having Lindor and Carlos Correa, 2 big bats that were hoping to be with Team Puerto Rico, could be difficult for them to play catch-up. Long ball really not in their favor.
You know, the other name is Javi Baez. Had nothing to do with insurance. For Baez, it was a positive test for marijuana for the 2023 World Baseball Classic that keeps him out of 2026. Aldeguerri splits the plate. It's 3-1. Ramos 21 home runs last year for the Giants. His 3rd full season, and he walks here. So that's a lot of pop. Correa has had injury issues. Insurance said no. Francisco Lindor as well. It's a lot of all-star appearances and a lot of danger in those bats. Give Yadier Molina credit, though. Without those guys, Molina has managed this team magnificently and has them in a position here in the quarterfinal to get to Miami. Eddie Rosario. Like many players, especially veteran players, Rosario a free agent hoping to land with a major league club. There are plenty of scouts here to watch these games, looking for guys like Rosario, Emmanuel Rivera. Rosario keeps bouncing back to the Braves. He's had 3 different runs with Atlanta. 11 years in the big leagues. Best year with the Twins from 17 to 19. That's a strike. He averaged 27 homers a season. So he's got pop.
Really good 2-0 curveball there from Aldeguerri. Trying to fight his way back into this count.
As you see there, the NLCS MVP back in 2021. And now Puerto Rico doing exactly what Italy did against Lugo, and that is be very patient. Three straight 3-ball counts for Sam Aldeguerri. And he lost them. And Rosario screams into the Puerto Rican dugout. Let's go.
Yeah, just what you don't want to have happen if you're Team Italy. Vinny Pasquantino making another trip to the mound. John Paul Morosi told us earlier that he had a conversation with Francisco Cervelli. Cervelli said, hey, anytime you feel like you need to go out there and talk to a pitcher and slow him down, like having another coach on the field.
And this sends up somewhat of a red flag to Francisco Cervelli, since Alessandro Maestri, the pitching coach, out. And all of a sudden there's a ton of action in Italy's bullpen. This is a knockout game. Winner goes to Miami to the semifinals. Loser goes home. Sal Fasano.
A lot of catching experience here with his coaching staff, Team Italy. Cervelli, you have Fasano, and Jorge Posada, also part of that coaching staff with Team Italy.
We have some incredible catchers here. As you see, Posada, Fasano, great defensive catcher. And obviously with Cervelli. Swing and a miss by Matthew Lugo.
Good changeup, pulled the string there on Lugo.
On the other side, Yadier Molina is the manager. Sandy Alomar Jr. is one of the base coaches, the first base coach. High pop. And it's out of play. There he is. And look, Puerto Rico has cornered the market on great catchers. There's a long line of them. The Molinas, all the way back to Benito Santiago, your buddy.
Played with him with the Toronto Blue Jays. One of the strongest throwing arms I've ever seen in baseball. From his knees, he would throw bullets.
1-2. Hit him, I think. The ball ping-pongs off the catcher, and it is. He's a hit batter. It's not a loose ball or a live ball. Yadi wanted to make sure of that. Cervelli looked like he's ready to hop out and make a pitching change right now. As Matthew Lugo limps down the first base line, it did hit him. Cervelli hopped out. Maybe he was going to argue that it was a hit pitch. He's right back in the dugout, so no change.
Yeah, command has become very much an issue for Aldigueri here in the second inning. Pulling a lot of his breaking pitches. Has thrown a couple of good changeups. It's not going to get easier now. A guy that's familiar with this ballpark, and Maldonado.
Two arms up to Luca and Jacob.
Yeah, double barrel action. 30 pitches for Aldigueri. Only quick exit for Aldigueri. Team Italy pushed across 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Time to go to the bullpen. Jacob in for Team Italy.
And he hits Maldonado. This is already a crazy game. The side armor came too far inside.
First pitch from Jacob, you can see a two-seamer, and Maldonado, being experienced that he is, was like, I'm going to take one for the team. Run batted in. More importantly, another run for Team Puerto Rico.
Now the switch hitting Castro, who homered from the other side against Aldigueri to open the game. No hits in this inning. 2 walks, 2 hit batters. And it's 0-2.
Look at the home run here in the first. A changeup up in the zone. Hits it high off the wall above the Crawford box seats. The Puerto Rican fans into a frenzy early.
Puerto Rico trying to
Pitching, fastball up, changeup down and away.
And nice now. Breaking ball strike. This is outside, and it's 1-1. Puerto Rico has just the 1 hit and 2 runs. Jacob to the plate.
At 87 looks 95 after a steady diet of changeups and sweepers.
Alex Cintron. Jose Rosado. Chopper. So JC. Gets the
Only those in uniform, but also those in the dugouts. Martin Maldonado behind the plate, a postseason stalwart. Yadier Molina, a future major league managerial candidate, and Jorge Posada in the dugout alongside his former Yankee teammate and friend Francisco Cervelli. There is just such a great tradition of that position, and the island very proud of all those who carry on the legacy.
Amen. 0-1, swing and a miss. Top of the order for Italy in a game that just hasn't settled down yet. And Tanachi walks in a 4-run first for Italy. Posada topped that list for most postseason games caught. Yadi caught almost 2,200 games in the regular season. The record holder is Pudge Rodriguez, with Carlton Fisk behind him, Bob Boone behind him, and then Yadier Molina with Gary Carter fifth. Giovanni Moran came in and took over for Seth Lugo. Strike three called.
Yeah, good breaking ball there by Moran. He looks a lot more comfortable starting this inning. One of the things you want to do with your team, Puerto Rico, right now is try to get some quick outs, get the team back in the dugout, swinging the bats. Changeup had a little tailing action on it.
And that caught the corner of the box. So JC called out on strikes in the first.
Take a look at Moran. 5-pitch mix. Deceptive delivery plus extension. Fastball plays well against lefties. His bread and butter is the changeup. Good fastball there, 93 miles an hour. Ties up to JC.
Yesterday on this field, Team USA got by Canada, and I do mean got by Canada. They didn't blow them out. Had a 5-0 lead. Canada came back, made it 5-3, and that's how it ended. Here's the 1-1. Foul back to the screen.
Relief pitching played a big part of that Team USA win. Second and third, nobody out. David Bednar was behind Josh Naylor 3-1. Threw a great 3-1 changeup to count back in his favor, a pop-up, then a couple of punch-outs, and then Mason Miller made quick work in the 9th inning, 3 strikeouts.
Quick is a good word for Mason Miller. Into left field, that's a base hit for JC. And a 1-out single. Now you got the 3, 4, 5 all lined up. Marcy, Pasquantino, and Canzone.
Changeup that JC hits in the hole between third and short. Out front on it a little bit. Able to get the barrel to it.
Marcy walked back in the first inning. Moran throws a strike. Bringing the lefty in, as JP pointed out, against this Italian lineup. Theoretically, should be good for Puerto Rico. A lot of lefty bats lined up. Starting with Marcy, 5 straight in the middle of the lineup. But all those bats can hurt you.
As a manager, you try to put your relievers in the lane that will be able to take advantage of their pitch mix. Right in the heart of the order of the lefties here for Team Italy. I think you and I both surprised at Lugo's quick exit. He was so good in his lone start in Puerto Rico. Team Italy made it work, and they chased him in the first.
Marcy fouls that one back. 55 games in the big leagues last year. Some really good numbers. 292 average, 363 on base, and slugged .478. Stole some bags, hit some homers. Into the bat, a little floater, and it lands, turning second, hustling to third is Sajasi, and it's first and third for Italy with one out.
Great job of base running there by Sajasi. So much of base running is on instincts. He sees going back to first. He picks up where the ball is. He sees where the outfielders are. There was no stopping him. Terrific read. He makes it easily into third.
Yadier Molina has another lefty ready in the pen, and a slow walk out. Looks like he wants the baseball. Pitching change. Italy threatening. They came up with the idea, and he nearly emptied the machine in one game. At the corners, Eduardo Rivera is in. Middle infield back for two. Corners in. And a fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
This is a big dude. 6'7", 245 pounds. Hard thrower, mid to upper 90s breaking ball. Fastball with a breaker to go along with it. Only thing that has plagued Rivera early on in his career, at times, command issues. When he's throwing strikes, he's tough to hit.
Pasquantino, an RBI single, back in the first. 1-1 pitch. Well, he threw his first fastball for a strike, but has missed with two in a row.
That's pretty much the scouting report. Massive and intimidating frame at 6'7", high-octane fastball, and a swing and miss slider to go along with.
Then he took his A cut.
A lot of life on that fastball from Rivera. Pretty much center cut, threw it right by Vinny.
Hasn't seen a fastballs. 2-2.
Well, you can see Maldonado wants that one. That looks like it catches a portion of that outside corner. 97 with a little bit of cut on it at the end.
See if the runner starts from first. Marcy. He goes. Swing and a miss. Maldonado thought about throwing, but holds on to it. And Marcy steals the bag. There's two outs.
You can see why Rivera can be so hard to hit when he's throwing strikes. Mid to uppers 90 and nothing is straight. This ball almost appears to have an action like a cutter on it. See four-seam grip, little off center. Then he thinks he's right on it. He throws it by him.
Canzone now. '82 games with Seattle last year, 11 home runs. One and one. Jacob Marcy had that left hand out a little bit. Looked like he was trying to direct Canzone. What do you make of this?
I think right now, well, listen, Rivera hasn't thrown anything but fastballs. It looks like he's given him the sign. The express has come. We've yet to see a breaking pitch from Rivera. Everything has been away to the lefties and cutting away.
How much of that is he loves his fastball as opposed to there's a guy at third, and if he bounces that breaking ball, it's a run?
I think it's just that you're talking about a young guy, Rich, that doesn't have terrific command of both sides of the plate. His comfort zone is into righties and away to lefties.
3-1 pitch. That's away to that lefty, and it's out of the strike zone. And the bags are loaded again. And Puerto Rico and Yadi Molina's had to manage with a lot of traffic on there for Italy. He's wearing out a patch right now from the dugout to the mound.
Yeah, this might be one of those manager to pitcher conversations saying, hey, listen, you've got good stuff. You've got to start throwing the ball in the strike zone here. I mean, it's never been a question about the stuff from Rivera. He's not missing by much, but he's missing by a couple of balls off that outside edge.
If you're just joining us, this is a quarterfinal game, a ticket to Miami in the semifinals of the World Baseball Classic. Puerto Rico has been there before, a lot. Italy has not. They are the darlings of the WBC with a stunning upset of Team USA, and they backed it up the next night by taking down powerful Mexico. And here they are with a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the second. Eduardo Rivera struggling mightily to throw strikes. Caglione with big power, an RBI single back in the first.
I think if you're Caglione right now, you almost have to sell out and say, I'm going to get something away from me. Rivera has yet to throw anything middle of the plate in. Everything has been away, away, away.
Little check swing.
When you have as much movement as Rivera does, you'll get a swing like that. When you're throwing 96, 97, you've got to get that bat started. I think Caglione, that ball appeared to be knee high, and it just kept tracing off the plate.
Swing and a miss. And Puerto Rico gets out of it. Italy leaves it loaded. And the crowd's back in. In the box, Dylan DeLucia to the plate. A two-hopper to Sajesi, and he throws out Arenado. And there's one out here in the third.
Yeah, we saw DeLucia earlier in WC play in Pool B. 3 2/3, gave up a couple of hits, couple of runs. Struck out 5 and walked 1. His job right now, get some outs and try to get some quick outs.
Carlos Cortez, lefty bat, popped out back in the first. Both managers are 3 pitchers into this game, and it's the third inning. Manuel Rivera is on deck. DeLucia misses away.
Yadi Molina already having to go to that bullpen early and often. I don't think he had any visions that Lugo wasn't going to be able to get through the first inning. Same thing with Francisco Cervelli. Both managers with quick hooks early in their starting pitchers. Aldegari was so good in his lone start early on against Brazil. Wasn't able to get through the second inning.
Cortez wasn't happy about that strike call. And instead of 3-1, it's 2-2 after DeLucia misses. Antonacci. 2 ground ball outs.
I think one of the things that's really impressed us, Rich, throughout this Pool B play that ended was the defense that Team Italy. The home runs have been really the focal point and the espresso, but their defense has been pretty airtight through the first 4 games.
Does espresso help the defense, or is it more helpful offensively?
Well, you're going to need some espresso. We're going to go through a boatload of pitchers to stay on your toes.
0 errors for Italy. Puerto Rico is a very, very good defensive team as well. 2 of the very best in the World Baseball Classic defensively. Emmanuel Rivera popped out back in the second. Puerto Rico got their run in the first. Willie Castro led off the game with a long home run to left center field.
We talked about it early. The schedule kind of played in Italy's favor. They were able to hold Michael Lorenzen and Aaron Nola for games 3 and 4, and both those starting pitchers delivered.
Bottom of the third in Houston. Fisher walked back in the first. J.J. D'Orazio, Dante Nori for Italy. And the big lefty, Eduardo Rivera, still in there. It's really a good contrast at the plate. Fisher's just beginning his career. He played 19 games in the minors last year. Had that great year for Tennessee, 25 homers. And the man behind him is playing his possible final game ever. Martin Maldonado retiring after the WBC. This is an elimination game, so this could be it. PitchCom issues. Teams now have to not only have bullpen catchers, batting practice pitchers, but tech experts to make sure everything's working.
The bat boys are normally the official runners to run that device out.
Look, if you want anything fixed, whether it's your phone or your computer, you need a 16 or 17-year-old to do it, because they know. Counts 1-0. Fisher will get back in the box. Seth Lugo started, didn't last long. A third of an inning, 4 runs, 3 hits. Giovanni Moran came in, he went an inning. Eduardo Rivera relieved Moran in the second, walked 1, but then struck out 2. With mostly fastballs, Fisher takes a mean hack. High pop down the line. 3 players there, and a nice catch. Cortez almost overran it, as his 2 teammates did. He laid back and just made the catch.
Yeah, it can be difficult in an indoor ballpark like this one, where you have those rafters and kind of a neutral colored ceiling. That ball drifting back towards the field of play. Rivera liking it.
D'Orazio now, and there's a strike.
I think it's so important right now for Team Puerto Rico to try to get a clean 1-2-3 inning. They've been navigating through traffic since this ball game started.
D'Orazio to right, back goes Cortez, has room, makes the catch. There's 2 quick outs for you.
Trying to restore some order. A lot of deep counts. Lots of traffic on the bases for Italy through the first 2 innings.
And now here's Nori, called out on strikes in the first. Lined up the middle, sliding stop, Hernandez to first, and a base hit for Nori with good speed.
Nice play to knock that one down and get a glove on it by Hernandez. There's Nori's father loving it. He just runs so well on the left side of the box. You see Hernandez gets it, Slides, gets up to his feet, and makes a strong throw, but Nori's just too fast. Beats it rather easily to first.
Question is, there's Dad reacting. How long will he be at first with 2 outs and that speed? JP?
Well, Rich, to your point, the Nori family always on the move. Micah woke up this morning before dawn, flew from the Bay Area all the way here after the Timberwolves 127-117 win over the Warriors. Tonight he flies to Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves play there at noon tomorrow.
Big jump, Nori on the way. Maldonado, strong throw, safe at second.
Yeah, look at proud Dad right there saying that's just the way I taught him in the backyard. Makes it much more difficult for a guy like Maldonado to throw when you have a left-handed hitter. See, squares the bunt to kind of block the vision a little bit of Maldonado. Nori's off to the races, and he beats this one easily.
And Tanachi has walked and struck out. Yeah. Probably one of his other coaches with the Timberwolves. Hey, man, you're looking good on TV.
Hey, they're getting some airtime right now, Dad.
I don't think Rivera has thrown an off-speed pitch at all.
Yeah, everything has been away, but listen, that's his bread and butter. You can get away with that as a relief pitcher because you're probably going to go through the lineup once, maybe twice if you're having a really good day. It's difficult to be that one-sided as a starting pitcher.
24 four-seam fastballs. All of them have been four-seam fastballs.
You can locate him on the edges like that, 96. You could stay away, and down. This pitch has some cut on it.
That 4-run first by Italy really quieted this big Puerto Rican crowd. They'll try to get back in it. Two-two. Full count now.
Well, he has a lively fastball, though. When you throw that many fastballs in a row and you're continuing to get foul balls and late swings, and I'll tell you the life he has on that fastball.
Another 3-2. To center. Lugo has it. 20